If I said, you know, one of the producers was going to come here with a wet wipe and rub off all your makeup, Lola, would you be prepared to do that?
No.
Good, because I wouldn't either.
I have to be honest, no. And I think makeup is fun. I love it. It is quite expensive though. I can definitely see the difference of how much I used to spend in my younger years to now. Now, before, if someone told me, you know, you can buy a foundation for more than £10, I'll be like, no, that's a waste of money. But now I'm looking at the higher end products because I want to get the flawless skin. I want the foundation that can stay on 24 hours a day. I want the eyelashes. I want the eyeshadow. And I do think, you know, in regards to what Fumi said, I do think natural beauty is overlooked, but then in some cases is appreciated, but if you have the look for it.
So if you have good skin or good features for me.
Exactly.
If you have good skin and good features. But another very smart thing is you can achieve the natural look with makeup. So you have
like the Kim K.
Yeah, there's a whole makeup.
Makeup, no makeup look. But that's cheating.
It's cheating, but then that's what I feel like makeup is. It's supposed to enhance what's already there, enhance your natural beauty. So if you're using makeup to look completely different, I don't think that's what makeup's for.
I know, but come on, ladies, we've all seen those wedding pictures. You know, we've all been tagged in those. You know, you see one grandma getting ready for her granddaughter's wedding, and she literally looks like she's in her 20s. And you're like, come on. I think some men are like, this is too much. I know some girls, you know, their guy doesn't see them without makeup until after the wedding day.
Yeah. I mean, there's pressure to look beautiful, to look great. When I was 15, I remember picking up a Word Up magazine and I was seeing, I think, Destiny's Child, and they were, I don't know how old they were at the time, but they were relatively young as well. And they had like eyeshadow and all that stuff on, and you're looking as a young, oh, okay, I want to look this glamorous, I want to look good. So from a young age, for me, my personal experience, I was kind of like coerced into making sure that I look flawless all the time. And there's pressure. I mean, sometimes these guys that are saying, oh yeah, I've got to take a girl swimming, a lady swimming on the first day because I want to see what she looks like, you know. I know, we just want to look good.
But there's something now about the wigs versus the natural hair. If you wear wigs, people look down on you. Why? Why is that such a big thing?
Because they want us to be proud of our natural hair, you know, and we always say that we are not our hair. You know, fair enough, everyone should take a lot of pride in their hair, but us providing this product, which is the hair, it's not to hide your hair, it's to protect your natural hair. It's actually a protective hairstyle. So essentially we are doing the same thing. We are pushing the same message. Just protect your natural hair, be proud of your natural hair. If you want to go natural, go natural. If you want to relax your hair, you can relax your hair, but like you were saying, just make sure that it's healthy underneath.
I think healthy hair is the most important thing, but you know, Afia, what is it about the kind of, you know, wig versus naturals? You know, we've had so many people even call into this show, leave messages on social media saying, you know, why are you all wearing long black wigs?
But
you need to be more natural.
Why is it wig versus natural? Why can't you be both things? I am wearing a wig. I know you all thought it was my hair. Everyone's in shock. It's fine. Camera, get back off the floor. I'm wearing a wig, but my hair is natural underneath. But today, I just felt I want huge black curls. Tomorrow, I might wear my hair's really short, I might wear it short. The day after, I might borrow Kika's wig. Kika, I just borrow a wig. Do you know what I mean? Why can't we just have the choice to do what we want with our hair without it being a big deal? This is what I'm saying. Hair has become politicized, and it doesn't need to be.
Talk to us a little bit about your surgery and your route, because I know you've spoken about it before online, but you're a friend of the show, but we've never actually discussed it in depth.
For me, I decided to have cosmetic surgery when I, after some years, like my daughter is now 5, going to be 6, and I think it was when she turned 3, I said, nah, do you know what? There's changes to my body that have happened. They're not snatching back. I'm not happy with what I see. Because when you have a baby, you'll be surprised at all the, as you said, you've had a baby, you've had 3 babies, so you can understand. So I decided that I did a lot of research. I researched for about 8 months. Wow. And then after about 8 months, because it's not an easy decision. It's something you need to seriously consider. It's something you need to research on, look at the risks, So it wasn't like I just woke up and said I want to do it. So I decided to do cosmetic surgery, and I got liposculpture with BBL, which is they lipo you and they...
Is that called a Brazilian butt lift?
Yeah, Brazilian butt lift, ladies. Brazilian butt lift, yeah. So I got liposculpture. This is 2 years ago now. So yeah, and then since then, I'm not gonna lie, for me, my confidence went off the roof. Like when I used to go on holiday, if I show you a picture, it's because social media is so brutal. But if I show you a picture, you'll be like, rah, okay. Like I had a big belly, so I would do bikinis, but it just wouldn't look right. Do you know what I mean? So as time has gone by now, like after my surgery, like my belly flat. Like I've got so much confidence in myself, like nobody can tell me nothing. And it got to a point where, you know, as you said, that surgery is something that was frowned upon before. Like no one ever really spoke about surgery in the UK.
You were one of the first people, weren't you? And to be honest, I've got to say, you look absolutely fantastic. And I'm sure you look great before surgery. Shanti, when you hear a story like Esther's, and many girls like that, in fact, there are thousands, millions probably, like her, what do you think about that?
Before, it's like 3 years ago, I would be like, why does anyone do that? You know, but I think my beauty has changed so much. So I feel like you want to feel comfortable in your body. Whatever you need to do to make you feel comfortable, that's not against the law, that's not affecting anybody apart from yourself. Do it, because at the end of the day, you will deal with the consequences. I wouldn't have to be there.
Do you think there are consequences?
I don't know.
I think there are consequences in the sense that if you don't do enough research and you go through some like, you know, there's people that do shots, you know, it's not really safe to do, but they do it because they want to get that body image. Whereas that's why I say that research is so vital. Knowing what you want to do is for you, and making sure that you are going through the safe like procedures to do it. Like, for example, making sure that your surgeon is BORDA certified, you know, that is very important. Whereas a lot of people don't know those things. But that's why research, there is always consequences for every action that you take.
What would you say was the public reaction to that picture?
I mean, I guess everyone was just really surprised at the fact that it was a bright bikini, it was a dark-skinned model, it was a plus-size model at the same time, and nothing was edited, it wasn't retouched and things like that. I think it was just a very positive thing to put out. And they did it just as normal, like it was just like put on the website, and a young lady called Lala must have tweeted it saying, "Go ASOS, this is brilliant," and it just went from there. And everyone was just saying, oh, this is positive. I love that I'm seeing people look like me, things like that. It's just really like, wow, I was overwhelmed because I've never actually experienced anything like that before. So it was just really excellent to see.
Do you think, for me, that black women are becoming a little bit more cautious? And whether it's just even relaxer, they're looking at the back of the box. They want to know what's going on in their hair. They want their stylist to tell them what they're doing.
Yeah, and I think over the years, people have started to see. I mean, if you've been relaxing your hair for over 5 years, you're going to start to see how weak your hair has become. And then you're going to start to look at every single thing you put in your hair. And it's not just relaxer, it's dye. It's some of these gels and these grease. It's not natural, they're chemicals. So obviously they're going to have bad effect on your hair over time. So I think, yeah, we're just becoming more and more aware of what we put in our heads.
How has the woman changed that comes into your salon now, Derek? What is she looking for? What is she after? How have black women changed in their kind of appearance and how they want their hair to look?
There's a big term called the big chop. Everyone wants a big chop. Every other client now comes in for the big chop. So I think
is that after a breakup?
You've had the transition from obviously relaxed hair to the natural movement. So I think at least 90% of my clientele are now asking for natural hairstyles. But hold on, let's not bash relaxers. Relaxers are supposed to be done by a professional.
Yes.
If it's done correctly.
Not mummy in a bad mood.
Right. If it's done correctly, it's perfectly fine.
Really? Why'd you say that?
Well, I think everything else has chemicals. Everything else has side effects. So it's interesting. People say to me, oh, relaxer's got so much chemicals and there's so many side effects, but so is coffee, so is whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everything, so is whatever, you know, soft drinks. So I think it's all about, it should be done professionally.
Do you worry if a woman comes in and she's like, I want to relax my hair, and she's got a big afro, are you the kind of stylist that will be like, why, sit down, let me tell you not to? Is it just like, okay, boy, take the check, but scared of the burn-in? You know, every salon is scared of the burn-in.
I am pro natural hair.
Okay.
So I tend to favor the natural hairstyle and go for a good haircut as opposed to the relaxer. Because I think the relaxer will ultimately break the hair off. So, you know, I do understand the implications, but I do prefer to see a good head of natural hair.
A good head of natural hair.
My 3 daughters has natural hair.
Wow.
You know, my 3, I'll never relax their hair, ever, you know.
Good.
mean, we all have like an auntie and uncle who you can definitely guarantee when they come to the family function dressed in Gucci, like you said, or Burberry, and making sure that everyone sees the name brand. And I think it's, you know, stems from history with this belief that if you are wearing these name brands, you're considered to be up there, like an aristocrat, rich, wealthy, and to be taken seriously. When I see people wearing the replicas, I mean, in fact, we're encouraged to
China.
Can we just, you said replica, let's say fake.
fake, you know, and it's just, you know, because at the end of the day, we live in a society where we're encouraged actually to purchase fakes or replicas. If you look into a magazine and you see like Beyonce wearing a Dior dress that costs like maybe $6,000, they always put like an alternative there from Zara, maybe it's 50 or 60. And
or Primark.
Or Primark, exactly. And so, I think that's really smart. You know, if you can't afford the real thing, you know, get something that's similar. But there's some people who actually know, I want to get the real thing. They obviously can't afford it, so they go and get the fake. And then it really gets on my goat when I'm seeing like someone wearing like a Gucci maybe t-shirt and then they're dressed. It just doesn't look right. Like they're not dressed the part.
The fake thing is really interesting, and because we know everybody knows somebody that wears fake things.
Oh, God.
But how common do you think it is, Esther, especially in your circle?
Do you know what? I am so surprised. Like, I didn't know that even some of the people that I like that are my peoples are willing to go and buy fake. Like, they're willing to cross that line. And for me, I believe if you can't afford to buy the real, then it means you live within your means. It means that just, you know what, this is not my time. When I'm ready, I will get the real thing. I don't believe, because with me, I don't like embarrassment. I don't want anyone to say, she's wearing fake. Like, my image is important to me, the way I carry myself. So for me, if I can't afford to buy the real thing, I'll just leave it.
You're not going to wear a red bottom the heel could break.
I'm just going to leave it, and when my time comes, everything's about timing. It's when your time comes and you know you can afford it, you can go and buy it.
Why are there so many pressures? And I worry, I've got 3 young girls, and I kind of feel like the pressures when you're younger is even worse, because you've got to have the big bum.
Definitely.
You've got to have a perfect hair, the perfect shade of skin. Do you know what I mean? And it's hard. It's hard.
I think it's society's pressures, and it's us, you know, our pressure on ourselves as a community as well. But, you know, we have to celebrate each and every one of us, because we are a creative community, from the way we wear our hair, extensions, to having natural hair. Like, the natural hair movement has been massive, but there was also a massive natural hair movement in the 70s. So everything comes in swings and roundabouts. So I just think we've got to celebrate every step of that journey. I think now more than ever, becoming more educated through digital and internet, and we're learning more about what ingredients are going in our hair. And I think it's a fantastic time to be a black woman now, and you know, and learning about all these, you know, hair options. Exactly, and not just one. I think a lot of people, you know, it's good that we have the natural hair movement, and it's a very positive movement. But we need to not also forget our creativity, because at the end of the day, we did get into the weaves and made weaves popular, and so we have to celebrate that too.
I remember growing up, and I remember I actually enjoy my childhood and my teenagehood so much more now, because it's depressing for me, still being very young and relating to a 15-year-old, and their times have totally changed, from makeup to body, wigs to hair. I mean,
I don't know how they afford it.
Even identity. I feel like being in a room with younger people, younger women, I was out on Sunday, and you know, the majority of them were all young. I felt like no one is themselves. No one is unique. Everybody looks the same. And I remember trying to stick out like a sore thumb as much as I could when I was young. But to now be looking like clones of each other, it's ridiculous.
Because we've kind of, we are partly to blame. We have filtered down to our young women that if you don't look this way, this certain way, then it's the wrong way. And you
who is sending that message, Afia? You're not.
I'm not.
Who? Is it the celebrity culture? Is it Hollywood?
Culture. It's things they watch on TV. It's things that they find on social media. You know, even at a young age, we've got daughters. I'm sure sometimes they come home and say things, and you're just like, I don't know where you've got that from. And it is. And but also these young women at 15 are also sending that message to younger ones, because they all look the same. I remember going to a show a few months ago and meeting my friend and saying to my friend, I'm so glad you look like you do, because all these girls look the same. I could not pick any of these girls out of a lineup because they all look the same, and they've all been told or fed down or filtered down that if you don't look this way, you're not wearing this, and have this bag or have this hair or whatever, then you look wrong. And like you said, I was like you when I was younger. I did everything to stand out, to look different. I still do now. You know, difference is beauty. Difference is great.
Or maybe for them, difference is a bigger bum or, you know, bigger breasts. Do you think, for me, then we've only got ourselves to blame?
I do kind of think that because we are the ones that are sending the message, passing the message on to the next generation. And if we say that everyone now is getting younger, they're looking young, they will look the same, they're all wearing makeup, what are they teaching the ones to come after? So
it's actually quite scary, isn't it? Scary. You know, the Brazilian butt list, God, you just don't know who has and who hasn't had it, including some of our aunties. Tell us a bit about your story, because you actually, was it the talent part of the competition where you showed a video?
Yes.
And I was shocked, boy, because you had no makeup on.
Yes.
And you were bold in doing it. And you did speak about self-esteem issues. Can you tell us about some of those issues that you've been able to overcome?
Okay, so when I entered, my issues were more like my weight. So I knew that was something I was self-conscious about. And when I would have conversations with other ladies about it, people would give me reasons why they would not be able to do it. So, oh, do you know what? I could not do that because I'm too big, or I'm too dark, or I'm too short, I'm too tall, it's just not gonna work. And I just realized there's issues that all of us have, especially as young ladies, that we are all battling, and we're using it as excuses or barriers for reasons why we can't do certain things. So that little documentary or short film that I did, it was more things that I wanted to target and have each young individual in the audience think about and consider, is this something that I'm holding, using to stop me from moving forward? So I wanted people to think, basically, and just stop with excuses.
We definitely thought that you won. That video was a good winner.
Thank you.
Do you feel your best self when you don't have makeup on, for me? Because I know, you know, having 3 kids, you know, if I'm doing the school run, I would like to. I can't put the makeup on. And I do feel like myself, but I'm kind of like, oh God, you know, kind of don't want to talk to anyone in their face, head down. But I know that that's wrong. There's a problem with that. It is my self-esteem.
Yeah, I mean, I feel myself without makeup, but I feel most confident with makeup. I'm still able to go out with, you know, without makeup, with a fresh face. But yes, makeup does give me that self-esteem boost. I feel fabulous, I feel glamorous, but I just feel like there's a time and a place for makeup. Like, obviously, the school run, you don't have to be fully beat. Your lips don't need to be glossy, you know? But come on, like, when I'm going out for dinner or I'm going out with my friends, I am gonna do the most.
Yeah.
It's a fun thing to do.
Lolly, you talk about men and relationships. Do you think men care, or do they want a woman whose face is really beat? That's the kind of look they want. They want the long wig. They want really long lashes. They want to see, you know, somebody whose face is contoured, and they don't care how you look without makeup, as long as when they're taking you out, you look like the trophy wife.
I think appearance to anyone should be an important thing. For me, it's an important thing. Like, when I look at a guy, is he dressed well? Is he dressed, he doesn't have to be designer, but are his clothes clean? Does he smell good? Does he look well kept? You know? And some guys, you know, that's what they ask, that's what they expect from their women as well. They want their women to look, you know, presentable, respectable. I've never come across a guy who's actually forced me to wear makeup, but I have actually come across men who've said, okay, Lola, I would love to see you with less makeup.
Wow.
Like, to some, this is too much.
Yeah.
They would prefer just to have the foundation or some mascara. So they would say, you know, why eyeshadow, why contour, why you need to believe, you need to believe.
Why are you taking so long?
Exactly, because it takes about an hour, you know, to get this look. And over the years, I think Nigerian men, especially now, it's because of, from my experience, you know, we've got the fake lashes, we've got the fake nails, we've got the fake hair. And like you rightly said, some people do not show their true selves until the wedding night, and it's a shock.
Yeah.
It's a shocker.
Yeah.
And we don't get that with men. With men, it's what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
So I understand.
They'll have a fresh trim and it's like, oh!
Yeah.
But no, it's not that much of a shock. It's personality that shocks you with men, but that's another thing.
Exactly.
For people in the public realm like Kim Kardashian, who is basically pretending she's not had work done. They've even had shows where she's in the doctor's surgery. Do you think that's irresponsible?
100%. I think I respect Esther so much because she said, look, this is who I am. This is what I've done. And you can reach out to her if you have any questions, you know. But from like Kim, you've basically shut people out. You're saying this is real. And people who don't know, really young girls who are like, I want to be like Kim Kardashian, they think they need to go to the gym and have all these protein shakes when it's really not the case. It's really
that
surgery.
flat tummy thing.
So, exactly.
It's almost like false advertising.
Exactly. It's false advertisement. It's deception. I see it as deception. It's not fair.
Yeah.